So you decided to do engineering college. How did you then decide what type of engineering to study?
Oh, in those days, civil engineering was the most popular one because it offered the maximum number of job options in the public works department. Electrical and mechanical were not that popular. That's why out of the 60 students who got selected to the engineering college through the entrance examination, 40 students opted for civil engineering, 10 for mechanical and 10 for electrical.
And were those all the possible courses of study?
Pardon?
Were those all the possible majors to study?
Yeah.
Electrical, mechanical, and civil?
Yeah.
There was no chemical engineering, for
No,
example?
nothing. These are the three branches.
Excellent. And were there 40 spots in civil, and is that why it maxed out at that?
There were 40 students in civil engineering.
But you could have done any one of them?
I could have done any one of them, but we opted for civil engineering because that gave the maximum job options.
So there were 60 students in your year?
Yeah.
And there were 60 in every year?
No, that year there were 60 and subsequently slowly started increasing.
So, but in general, the school was about 250 students in sum total?
Not 250, how?
About 60 per year?
Per year.
Yeah.
4 years, about 240.
Excellent. Very good. So once you finished your degree, then what happened?
Then I continued there as a faculty member for 1 year. Then there was an offer for a research scholarship in Bengal Engineering College. Research scholarship.
What did that entail?
That is, so you do research in the field of civil engineering. So, well, my cousin brother were also there in Calcutta. So I decided that I will go to Calcutta and join Bengal Engineering College for research. So I went over there.
So for 1 year, you taught at Trivandrum Engineering College. How were you selected as a faculty member? Did they approach you, or there was an opening that you looked for?
They approached.
Because you finished school
Yeah.
and you were the top of your class?
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me about your time at university. What type of courses did you take? How did you do in the school? How did you enjoy it? Talk to me about your experience academically in college.
I don't understand your question.
Tell me about your academic experience in college. What were the courses that you took? How did you enjoy them? Things like that.
No, well, there were lots of courses, you see, about 6 courses every year, starting from building drawing, machine drawing, practical geometry, mathematics, physics, chemistry the first year, and then electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, theory of machines, heat engines, then roads and railways, docks and harbors, then structural engineering, and structural mechanics, roads and railways, and all those things.
How did you enjoy the courses? Did you enjoy them all? Were there ones you preferred to other ones?
We enjoyed them all. In fact, every year it is a cumulative type of assessment. The performance in the first year is carried over to the second year to third year, etc. And I stood first in every year, and there was what is known as Ananda Sevier Memorial Scholarship. I got that scholarship, which was very good. And then I completed that 4-year BE Civil Engineering degree with first class and distinction.
Excellent. Now you say when you graduated, they approached you to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Were you planning to teach the whole time, or your plan was to go into public works?
No. Well, at that time the offer came, and therefore I took it up.
Why did you decide to do that instead of go for a government job as many of your peers did?
This was also a university job. That government job was to take a few more months to come. So I decided to join this engineering college.
And when did you decide that rather than for being a practicing civil engineer, you wanted to be in academics?
There was no such thing as practicing civil engineer because there was only the department, public works department. There is no question of practicing civil engineer. There is no question of consultant at that time. The only opening was in the public works department.
Right. So after you got this faculty position, you didn't then go to the public works. When did you decide that you wanted to maintain being a faculty instead of work in the public works department?
No, when I got an offer to do research in Bengal Engineering College, I took it up and then went over there.
Excellent. So who were your friends when you were in college? Did you know many of your batchmates? Did you do any work with them, or you worked pretty by yourself?
No, there were a few students who were very close to me, but I was approached by many of my classmates to help them, to assist them in their coursework. So I have been generally friendly to all my classmates.
Who were your closest few friends?
Closest friends, 3 or 4 people.
What were their names?
Ramanathan, then Mani, and then Sivatsan, and so on.
And did you guys spend time together outside of the classroom, or mainly you spent time academically together?
Mainly in the classroom.
And what did you do outside of your studies?
There was no time left because there was so much of homework to be done, so much of drawing, drafting, exercise. There was hardly any extra work, extra time left for outside work.
How did you spend your weekends when you were in the university?
There was no weekend because, as I told you, the work was so much that even during the weekends, we had a lot of work to be done.
How far away did you live from the university?
About 3 miles, I should say.
And so would you walk each way every day?
No, there was a bus service, a state bus service, and we used to get a concessional ticket, student concession. But in the morning and evening, I used to walk to and fro from the college. In the afternoon, for lunch break, I used to take that bus, come home, quickly finish my lunch and go back.
And while you were at the university, your mother would be taking care of the home?
Of course.
And so she did that, so when you would go home for lunch, she would be cooking and she would take care of everything at home while you studied?
Yeah.
Excellent.